All right. I think we're about live. We are live. We're live. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Let's see if I can find the theme song. Here we go. There it is. How about that?
How about that? Hair's doing something interesting, so we have to pretend like it looks good.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
My hair's doing something weird today, so we have to pretend it looks good.
The humidity.
Look at this. I don't know what this is.
Yeah. It looks like those young kids of today, their hair.
I don't.
What's that called? The alpaca look or whatever they call it.
I don't know what's going on, but we're going to embrace it.
You ever notice how those young boys all look the same now? It's weird.
Am I allowed to say, like, dumb?
I don't. I mean, the barber's got to be like easy.
I love the TikTok videos of people mocking it.
Yes, like they look like alpaca farm. Say that. Yes. It's fun. Fun to watch. Hey, everybody, if you're joining us, thank you for being here. Sorry I was late. It was my fault. I literally slid into the studio like Tom Cruise in his underwear and slid in and turned it on, and we're here. So there we go. Yeah. Show. Radio. Who we got checking in? Tina Reed Ramsey. Hi, Tina. Hi, John. Hey, John, I saw your post. We talked about that a couple weeks ago on the show. We did. So about how far people would travel to see a band and stuff. We did throw that in there. How far they would travel to go see their favorite band if they went out of town.
We just spoke about that.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something.
Hi, Kevin.
Something. Roger in the house. Kevin's here. You didn't call me gorgeous, Kevin. Thanks.
Yeah, that's just for me.
He's such a bitch to me. He is. Scotty Bratcher in the house. What's up, brother? Man, did you see the video?
Which video?
You see the video Scotty posted that River's Edge put together, or somebody put together for him, of him walking out into the smoke on River's Edge stage? It was badass.
I never saw it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It is. What's going on, Glenn?
I'll have to watch that. Scotty, send me the video so I don't have to go on a search for it.
I know you were busy last night. You worked last night, didn't you, Karis?
Yes, I did.
So you didn't get to watch that live feed from the Village Theater?
I didn't even realize there was a live feed, to be honest with you. So
really? You didn't watch the show then? See, demerit for not watching me interview those guys. But hey, the theme song's done. How about that?
Working.
But it was really good. And a lot of our friends were there playing. I mean, we saw the Dave Moody and Jim Cuesta and Rob Olson and Kathy Laverde. I mean, there was a host of great people. The DV8
Kathy
crowd
was texting me.
It was good. And you know what I saw?
What?
In the audience, there stood the backside of Jamie Minnick's ass, with my shirt on that said "Support local music." I was so thrilled to see that. Thank you, Jamie Minnick, if you're watching. That was nice of her. She's a supporter. She is. She's a supporter. I've got to try to get this on the big screen here. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it up there so I can see you in full effect, Karis. And what are you eating today, by the way?
I have a bowl of popcorn and these like corn chips and then cheese string.
I love string cheese. My dogs love string cheese. I can never eat string cheese without a begging dog looking at me.
See, I don't give them enough for them to know that they have that right.
Hey, there's Cheryl Kaywood. Cheryl, it was great to meet you at the Jam the other night, the 5th anniversary.
I know, Cheryl. It was so nice seeing you.
It was great to see her, and wonderful. She did wonderful on stage. Brandon Harvey's in the house. Did you get the video I sent you, Karis, of him singing the national anthem?
No.
You got to look for that because you didn't answer several texts I sent you last week, and one of them was
that. If I'm at my house, I sometimes don't get.
I know you don't get the service, but there was one there, and there was one about the Rock House, which I got to see on Saturday, and you're going to be so thrilled that you booked them. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, they are so much fun.
I'm excited for them to be there.
It was so good.
Yeah, for everybody that knows, Rock House is playing
March 21st.
March 21st of 2026.
Yes.
And I'm thankful for them because we were able to work together on that, like with everything. They're aware I'm not a festival. I'm not like a hotel. I'm not, I can only hold so many people. And it was a pleasure to do business with them because they were like, there's no way you could, you can only hold this many, it's always nice doing business with people who get it.
Genuine
And who get it. It's like, I want to play here. She wants us to play here. There's no possible way that she could afford our normal rate because she can only hold 100 and so people. Let's work together.
Yeah.
What a
novel idea. Yeah, it was really good. And Bob's on here. He just said hello.
Hi, Bob.
And Bob sent us a little care package. I've got a t-shirt for you from Rock House too that I've got to get to you. And that was nice of him. And he's
Thanks,
just
Bob.
a good guy.
He is.
Good guy. And his
band
was so much fun, so good. And wait till you see the bagpiper. Now that rocked. That was cool too. Dewey said he watched the first half of that stream last night. I watched the entire thing. I got a chance to watch it all. I put it up on my TV, watching it on YouTube, and it was good. And thanks to Mike Reeder for streaming that because it was 80 plus musicians. And
I heard it was really good.
Steve Krakis did kill it on Bark at the Moon. He just slayed it, by the way. And there were so many good players. And what I loved is they mixed them all in a blender, man. It wasn't like you played with the band you play with and all that. That was really fun.
That's what I heard. I also have a question, but when is Steve not killer at
playing
guitar?
Yeah.
That man
Steve
is a beast.
He's one of the most badass guitar players.
He really is.
He really is. And he kills it. And he's got the best hair, too. I wish I could have hair like that. He got pretty hair. What's up, Kathleen?
Pretty hair.
Chris Casey. Hey, I'm going to mute because I'm going to sneeze.
Nice to hang with you.
Hold on. I think I'm going to sneeze. You take it.
Chris, it was nice to hang with you at the jam. You got to hang with us in the pool room. Are you okay?
I'm just muted in case I sneeze.
Oh, okay. I was like,
that's where I went. Yeah, sorry. I didn't have a stroke. I'm all right. I'm still here. We're all here. Hey, let's get
close to him that can go and check on him, please.
I have no one but my dogs, and all they're going to do is lick my face if I fall to the floor.
It's just me and my dogs, too. Don't worry about it.
Who knows? They wouldn't find me for days. Well, somebody would notice, hey, he didn't go live today. That might be it.
You probably found closer than to me because this is the only live thing I do.
Well, you're out there in the Boonville too.
Yeah.
Yes. Eric said Steve killed it. Yeah, great. You could see there was a great audience. I did see Jamie Combs bum rush the stage once and sing harmonies with somebody when he wasn't supposed to be up there. So that's Jamie. Shocking it was. Jimmy Kilroy, thank you for being here. And Chris, it was great to meet you too at the jam. And Bill, thank you for the pies again. If you weren't on yesterday, Bill. The coconut cream pie, I'm still having a moment about.
Bill, that blew my mind that you drove all the way there and then drove back to go to that was so unbelievably kind of you.
Bill is a good man.
That coconut cream pie is the best coconut cream pie I have ever had in my entire life. And I would like to eat one on a weekly basis.
I said that yesterday as well. It was the best I think I've ever had.
Ever.
Amazing.
It's the best pie I've ever had.
Amazing.
Yeah, I like that one. That's my favorite so far out of the ones I've had there.
Sage and the Holy Smokes are in the house. Thank you for being here. And
hi, Erica.
Megan Miller in the house. Megan Miller.
Hi, Megan.
What's up, Megan? I haven't talked to Megan in a while. Hope you're doing all right, dear.
I've been chatting with her. We have a plan.
A plan? We got a plan, Stan. Hey, how are things gearing up on the Women Who Rock? We getting some donations
We're
in?
trying. It's there was a transition and dealing with some things that I just don't think people realize. So it was a late start on stuff. A little slower than we're used to with the donation. So we're really crossing our fingers and hoping, the day of just really pushes through because this time last year, we were already up quite a bit.
Let's touch on that later too in the show, because that was kind of something I was going to try to segue into, but I do want to get started on a topic here today.
Yeah.
And something came up over the weekend, and I thought, this is a good hot topic because this time of year, we all know this time of year is the outdoor festival. It seems like every weekend there's just something big happening, and there's 3 or 4 bands on the bill, and it's just huge. And I think those who support local music kind of forget about the venues who go year round. And I want to talk about that because I was at CFG and the Family at Heather's on Friday night. And a good friend of mine who just loves music and he loves CFG, never seen them to the south. He'd always seen them if they came north here. Told me, he says, man, what's missing here is the crowd. And, Heather's kind of semi outside inside, but it's still what I consider a kind of an indoor venue. And she relies on that. And you're an indoor venue, and there's so many that this time of year you talk to them and they're just like, oh my goodness, it's wicked.
It's a tough month this month. Yeah.
Like I've said, there's every Saint festival. There's every church has a big festival in Cincinnati. It seems like all these municipalities now are dumping money into music, and that which they never used to do. You used to get like one concert a year, maybe in their amphitheater or something. Now it's twice, 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And they're even supplementing, like around me, city of Springboro brings bands into the little courtyard at what they call Wright Station. It's a corner shopping plaza. And, like Warp Wing and places like that benefit because they're right there and the city pays for the music.
Yeah.
And you got to pay for the music. And that to me is a little bit one-sided at times. Agree. And yes, it's a DORA district and all the things that go on. And, those kind of things everybody's put in place so people can roam and do their thing. But Karis, I'm saddened sometimes to see people they'll go out and not make a stop, because these festivals usually end fairly early, not make a stop at your local indoor venue and support them through the summer. Because, come January, you'll all be trying to pack in the place and saying, man, why don't they do live music anymore or whatever, and there's so many of them stopping live music too.
There are, because it's really expensive and people don't want to. Not all people, but especially in this time of year, nobody wants to pay like $5 to get in to help us pay for these bands. And it's our fault. And then it's tough. I don't want to sit on here and complain, but it is tough, y'all. Tough.
It is. And I think as music lovers, those of us who are music lovers and those of us who preach the support local music thing really need to stop and do a little self-check and say, I got to support these indoor venues through the summer as well. And, I there's nights where I bounce 2 or 3 venues in a night and try to spread that wealth a little bit. And I don't spend a ton of money, but I spend a little money when I'm in there and I get a few drinks.
Always helps, right?
And if everybody would make a stop and buy 1 drink, you're doing the venue much better than if you didn't go in there at all. And Karis, you've seen it. I've seen it. There's a lot of live music venues that are stopping playing music.
There's a lot. And you know what? It's such it sucks too, because everything falls on the venue, right? Now, I'm not taking away that some venues did things incorrectly and, they closed because of their actions. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But when you combine everything together, a music venue has to maintain music all year round because consistency is key in business. In business, consistency is key. let me say that about 10,000 more times. Consistency is key. To keep your doors open, which means live music has to continue even in the slowest months. Everybody is always like, well, there's an easy fix. Just charge $10 at the door. Cool.
Sure.
You know what happens at bars when they charge $10 at the door? Unfortunately, as much as we all like to pretend like it's okay to do that every single Friday, Saturday night is not it. I can name at least 3 bars that have shut down now that did that consistently. It's just not, it's not happening. And the amazing people that watch here, I know don't have a problem with paying that, but I guarantee you if it was summertime and I charged $10 at the bar, I'd be deader than dead. I only do live bands now in the colder months now. Cover charges a must nowadays. And honestly, we would. People do bitch about $5. I'm not going. Are you, Tina? And I mean this, Tina. Are you a music venue or a bar that has live music?
She's got an indoor, event center attached to her. A big stage and all that.
Oh, is it like a big place? Is it like a Blue Note type of thing?
Not that big, no. But yeah, I'll let her explain it better because frankly, I can honestly say I've not been in her event venue. So I don't know exactly. I've only seen video, but she says she can't compete with bands that play outside. And,
Bar with live music. So, Carrie, Froggy's charges $10 for Miss Jackie, and it's so worth it. I completely agree. And that is, they do that on Saturday nights, once on the weekend for Miss Jackie.
Yes.
People need to understand there's a really huge difference. I charge $10 for my glow party and for special events.
Tina says bar with live music, but I have an event room.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
And Brandon says her event room has a great stage and area and all that. Yes.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
But
yeah, I can't get away with that, and I wouldn't even try.
She and I discussed it, and when she sends in her gigs to me for the Thursday show, and that she was just going to kind of shut down the live music other than an acoustic night through the summer because she can't compete. And the other thing we can't compete with, and I'm just going to say it. I heard the mayor of a certain town giving a speech not too long ago, and he was touting at this venue how we support the music community and we're here with this and all that. So when the city comes to XYZ business and they say, we need you to be our premier sponsor for the Tuesday night concert in the park, that's big bucks. These people pay the city money, or the municipalities kicking in money out of their budget, their tax budget, which a lot of people don't understand, and then they turn right around, I'm just going to say it, and start cutting cops and firemen and people like that because they don't have enough money in the budget. Yet they put on all these things, build these amphitheaters, do this stuff. And that'll get me in trouble with some people because I know a lot of it's through donations, like the big one in Miamisburg, that amphitheater donations. That were built in the park, but who pays for the bands? I want to know who pays for the bands. And you take close to me when they do it at Wright Station, which Warp Wing sits right there and reaps the benefit of this, of the live band in the park, which is right outside, and Crooked Handle gets it in Piqua with Lock 9, which is right in their backyard. But most venues like Heather's and Mr. Burroughs, which are right up the road from that, they can't. And it's hard to compete because you got a free concert in the park.
Yep.
And then they'll bring a beer truck in and a food truck and those kind of things. And sometimes the beer trucks, they're not charging what even a bar would charge for the beers. So people are getting a freebie basically. And that just gets under my skin a little bit because they all tout how we want to support our business in our town.
I know.
And, you're not supporting your business in your town. You're killing your nightlife business.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting topic. And like I said, it came up this weekend. And that guy said, the crowd wasn't there for CFG. And then I look and I went to Bob Klein's show out in Lebanon at that, the place you were at when we saw Dat Band. Mm-hmm. And they have the third Fridays and they have food trucks and they have beer trucks and they do all that. But this one had nothing. You had to go to one of the bars to get a beer, which is fine. It's Adora and all that. But also not a third of the crowd that you normally see on that Friday night show. And this was a Saturday night headliner show for Rock House. And I felt bad because I said on the show yesterday, the only thing missing from that was 10,000 screaming fans because they should have been there because of the caliber of that band.
Right.
But also you've got Ohio State football playing that night. Yeah, I mean, that all comes into play when it comes to the summer and the fall with all these live local music venues.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, yeah.
I wish that these things would start a little earlier and end a little earlier to give the bars a little bit more hope of making any money on those Friday and Saturday nights, in my opinion.
And, you know, I was at River's Edge doing a show not too long ago, and River's Edge announced at the end of the thing, "Thank you for being here. Please get out and support the local businesses around us tonight. Don't just go home. Go stop in one of these places." And I thought that was kind of cool because they're trying to build that, that area around them. And you have an after party at North Second, and out over there is, you know, Mason Johnson and his band playing and things like that, which people should stop and see that kind of stuff.
They should.
And but most people get in their car after a show and hit the gas, man, and go home.
They do. Me included sometimes.
Yeah.
And I always feel bad. Somebody had a comment here that I wanted to touch on. They said,
was it Danielle?
Booking bands for next year and we never charge more than $5, but Lordy, some prices to get these amazing bands. I'll tell you what, Danielle, there has been a jump of people raising their prices, an obscene jump. And it's not like, it's not making sense to me because I'm, they're not going to be able, these bands that have raised these prices so much are kind of pushing their way out of bars, playing bars, because bars can only hold so many people. And it needs to be priced based on capacity. And I think people are losing sight on that. Now, maybe they don't want to play bars, and this is their way of saying, well, we're not interested in playing bars, so if you really want us, you have to pay this number. Well, I don't really want you, so I'm not going to pay this number then, I guess. You know what I mean? Because if you're not even willing to work with a bar, knowing that it cannot possibly hold the same amount of people as an event center or as a festival, or is this or that, then either you're not very good at business or you don't care. And if you don't care, then we don't really want you on our stage. Then there's people that are just, I've quite literally seen a few bands that used to always have these bookings. And then I knew what they raised their prices to, and now they're only getting booked at 2 or 3 venues the entire year.
And, you know, I hear that from a lot of venue owners.
A lot. And then I had one person, listen, I'm not going to beg anybody to play my bar, but there are certain bands that they do exceptionally well at my bar. And if I know that I can at least make, 90% of it at the door, you know what I mean? 95, something like that. Well, I'll consider it. I consider it because I can make the money, I can at least, it won't cost me too much, but if not more. But I've had to say to a couple, I was like, I can't afford that. And if I wish you the best of luck. And, luckily some of them have worked with me, but I don't know how long they're going to work with me. And that's okay. That's on them.
And that's
not offering anything more either. There's still only a same amount of music playing time. It's still this. It's just, but we're going to charge you more.
And I get the band side of things that most of them have not had a raise since the 80s. I mean, they're making less money than they did in the 80s, some of them. But the other side of it is it's supply and demand, and there's only so much a bar can make in a night. So who's going to be in business to lose money? I mean, nobody's going to be in business if they're smart. Now, a lot of bars get into that because they get such a big ego about, I got to have this band, and you lose your ass on a night and then try to make up for it during happy hour the rest of the week. It's not going to happen. And then
there's a trickle down effect. So here's what happens. For these venues to stay relevant, they think that they need to pay this crazy amount of money for these bands. Even the bands are not even taking in consideration that these bars can't fucking afford it, but they think that's okay, because this is what it is. Like, they're not willing to even work with bars. It's to me, it's an odd business thing. I don't understand it, but that's your business. So here's what happens. You want to charge this amount. Well, for these bars to maintain, to stay in business, they now have to raise their prices too, just to make it work. Not profit, because if they even dare to go too high, people are just going to stop coming anyways. Well, people keep raising their prices. What do we have to do? We have to keep raising their prices. You tell me, in the span of 3 years, how many music venues or bars that had music, stopped having live music or have shut down? That's what has happened because of this.
A lot.
Think long term. You're going to have no more freaking bars to play in. People can't afford this, and we can't afford this. There has to be a common ground there. It has to make sense for everybody. I can't afford to keep raising my prices, or I'm not going to have the Bell and the Bear is not going to exist. I can't afford to have $10 at the door while everybody else is charging $5. That's not how it works. Congratulations. This is the price you want to charge. You're not going to get into bars. And if that's okay with you, then all to you. And don't ever confuse a bar with a casino bar, with a hotel bar, with a festival bar. A bar is a bar.
Agreed. And I'm going to say this. If you think you're going to make $2,500 at a festival, which you may, you're going to make that same amount in a bar, you're high.
You're high.
It just doesn't, the math does not compute. And especially, and all these people I talk to, Karis, I can't tell you how many times, well, I run into people and they're like, can you get me in the Bell and the Bear? Can you put in a word for me? Can you get me there? And I'm like, well, what do you charge? That's what I ask most of the time. And I'm like, don't even call. Well, we get $3,000 and don't even call. Don't even call, because it's no offense. She just can't afford that. And neither can anybody around me.
And it's crazy to think, it's crazy to me that any grown adult could possibly say to another one, knowing the size of their bar, and say, I'm going to charge you $3,000. In what world? How could you possibly think that makes sense? And then we're cheap and we're assholes. No, I just don't want my bar to close down for you.
There's Bob. Bob is so smart.
Bars need to hold firm on their pricing to these bands that are charging ridiculous prices to play at a bar. They are helping put venues out of business. Yes, and pricing themselves out of business. 100%. Stages all around the place are disappearing, and that is a part of the reason. So the bar has to hire shitty bands. That's lowering their standards. Now people don't want to go out anymore.
No better words spoken, Bob Klein. Absolutely.
But nobody wants to say it. Nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to see it. All they're saying to themselves right now, well, that's not me. It doesn't matter. I deserve this much, so it's fine. Cool.
And you know what? Take the personalities out of it, people, because when you walk into a place and throw a price like that and they say no, then don't get shitty about it, because it is supply and demand.
Yeah.
There's only so much beer you can sell. There's only so much you can make off of it.
Just run numbers in your head. Try to make it make sense.
And I get, Karis, you've done it. I mean, a loss leader, if you want to call it that, where you've brought a band in that, yes, you might break even that night because it's a great band. It's good for business. A lot of people show up. A lot of new people show up, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I get that completely.
Yeah.
But, please, folks, don't compare this to these festivals and municipal issues. A Catholic festival with gambling and gaming tables is going to make a lot of money. So is a Moose Lodge, and so is a VFW off their gaming and all the stuff they do. So they can break even on a band. A bar can't.
Breaking even will put us out of business.
Because all it takes is one bad week.
That's it.
I mean, and like this past weekend, I don't know how your crowd was this past weekend. I wasn't there, but I can tell you the places I went, the crowd was off.
Yeah.
Because there was so much outdoor.
There was, other than Saturday, because of Mojo Rising, because they're a guaranteed party. But even with that, it was good numbers, but it's not a normal Saturday number. I don't know. I'm just,
I know it's a real sticky subject.
Yeah.
And Daniel, I've seen some good music also at Devil Wind in Xenia, and I enjoy their stage and things there. But I get it. There's a lot of these small towns. It's just dried up from the live music standpoint.
And that's another thing, Tina. She nailed it right there, by the way.
Let me find Tina's comment. There
So Tina, you know, that was a hard lesson for me to learn, and it took me a couple of minutes to figure it out. It would be so busy that people couldn't even get to the bar. So I implemented a new way of like, and I was trying to figure out how that made, hi baby girl, trying to figure out how to make it make sense. And I found like when people first come into my bar, they all stand right at that corner. And that's when I know it's the busiest. So like there are certain bands that my place is so freaking busy. It's too busy for people to walk to the other side of the bar. Even with having the satellite bar, it would still be too, you know, I lose money. I know, baby girl, but mommy's working. So I stand at the door and I don't let anybody in until that front bar is clear. When I know that front bar is clear and I can see my bartenders caught up, that's when I let more people in. Because that's the only way. Because if I let too many people in at a time now, if we're too busy, I lose money.
And Tina's spot on, because many a venue owner will tell you that if they're too packed, they make less money than they do on a night where it's just average, because people can get to the bar, get drinks, and people do get impatient and give up. They're like, no,
I don't blame them.
I'll just sit here and watch, and then I'll leave and won't buy anything, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's interesting. Daniel says bands should be a percentage of what the crowd brings to the venue. Well, they should always bring a crowd. The band should. It should be equal partnership. Well, it's not always that way.
Let's talk about
here we go. Thanks, Daniel. Hold on. Let me get the fired up screen going right. Here we go. All right.
Let's talk about that. So, fuck it. You know, the amount of people that get shitty with me because it's my job to bring people in. And this is for even bands that are like local bands, and they advertise the day of the band, and they're shocked that I'm not giving them a raise because they don't bring anybody. So I was like, what happens if I told all of my Bell and the Bear regulars to stay away for, I had to just say this to somebody, to stay away for the night when your band played, and we relied strictly on your crowd.
That is correct.
And I paid you based on that. How well do you think you would do?
Shitty.
And then when these out of town bands want to charge me this much, and I know they're only going to, and this is not directed at any, like, this is not a personal thing. Ladder actually brings, for an out of town band, they have brought people. Okay, so this is not directed to Ladder. They're playing this weekend. I'm very impressed by that, by the way. And they're a fantastic band. But they're not going to bring me anybody. But I'm supposed to pay them this much. Just how does any of this make sense in anybody's fucking head?
I love what Tina's saying today. Tina is on the mark, and you can tell she's a bar owner.
I love her. She's a smart lady.
There's so much that goes into a bar owner's mind here, and you're looking at your numbers, whether it shows up on your phone or whatever it does, and you're thinking, okay, I'm competing against the Buckeye game. I'm competing against the Bengals tonight that are playing on this night or whatever.
Yeah.
There's so much that takes people away. And then, you know, you look and you say, just look at my list on a Thursday at all the festivals this time of year that are mentioned on Thursday. And it is every weekend. And I don't blame the bands for playing the festivals. My God, they get paid great. You know, they get paid good money for those things.
Let me tell you a cool story. I was doing some bookings with a band that I really like. They raised their prices. We met in the middle. Totally fine. They understood. I understood. And then we had some bands that we confirmed on, but I said, hey, listen, do you want to take one of those dates back or something to give you an opportunity now, since it's like, you know, I'm just doing my booking now, so you can maybe get a festival at that time of year or something. They're like, well, would you mind? Not at all. I get it. I fucking get it. I can't pay you festival prices, man. You know? But I'll work with people like that. I have a pleasure to work with people like that. Well, not the other fuckers. Go fuck yourselves.
You and your chips are throwing some F-bombs today.
Am I?
What are you eating, by the way? What are those?
So these are these really yummy, like corn chips that are like super. Oh, hold on.
How would you guys like us to do food reviews on this show? Because, we're having food most days. Corona, thank you for that comment. Very, very good.
So I'm eating these kettle corn chips and
oh my. Thank you, folks. Tune in next week where we will provide an unboxing of your next snack food. What else we got here? What's Daniel got to say?
I love you, Bubby.
And Corona was spot on with his. It's their job as a band to make them the bar money. I mean, that's why they're hired, is to keep people in their seats or to keep them dancing and make the bar money. Nope. Yeah. I mean, or you turn the bar goes and spends $15 and puts touch tunes on and lets people just pick their song.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have touch tune night. A lot of people doing it now because it's gotten so expensive to bring local music in as well. And then, like I said, you have every Catholic festival, no offense, every municipality, every town now has an amphitheater, it seems like.
Yeah. And you know what? I get it. And it's great. It's great for the town. It's great for that. Sucks for the venues. So, hey, why don't you invite, well, I guess they do, right? Don't they have like community meetings that everybody could go to? Do they have that? Am I missing those?
No, they do.
Do they ever discuss it? Like perhaps amongst the bar businesses too on scheduling the time of these things? Like maybe it's one of those things where like, I know the Blue Ash one, that one, I don't mind. It starts at like 7 and it ends at 10.
Right.
So people come,
The one in Lebanon the other night with Bob was 6 to 9. So you could still go somewhere else.
Perfect. To me, that's what it should be. I wish they cared enough about the other businesses around to do that. Have your event start at 6 and finish at 9 or 6:30, 9:30 to give your local bars that you care about a fucking chance in the summer. Do that.
What's Skip saying here? Buckeye games, Bengals games, NCAA, all of it. Yeah, scheduling gets tough. And the bands, like Dirk said in the comments, you should look at that as a band scheduling too, because you truly don't want to play an empty venue.
You don't.
I mean,
and
the bands don't.
And if you're okay with just playing an empty venue, that just tells me that you just really don't give a shit what you're doing. And that's going to show on the stage anyway. So what does it matter?
Do you know what the statement that gets under my nail beds and all that so bad is for a band to tell me, oh, I don't care if we got anybody. It's a paid practice.
Okay. So that right there, I will never hire that band. I would never hire that band. That just tells me like exactly all I need to know.
And Ashley, you also do yours on a weekday, which is a whole different
different story, Ashley. Totally, but that's still a good time. That's still a really good time.
It is. And the weekdays things are great. And Dave Shore is talking about their shows at Stubbs Park in Centerville are 7 to 9 on Sundays. So that's okay. I mean, that's not killing your local businesses, but it's gosh, I don't know. And I see that people just forget about supporting those venues they were going to rely on in the winter months because you're going to want to go inside.
Yeah. And it's okay. And I get it. I just wish that people would work with the actual businesses in the neighborhood. That's it. Work with us. Just work with us.
Very good, Tina. No response is a response. Yes. It's right. Hi, Heather.
What'd they say to you? Sorry, I missed that. That to me, it actually hurt my feelings, and I never.
Was that the comment about we'll just consider it a paid practice or whatever? Maybe, I don't know. Was that what you were
Is
talking
that
about?
what you were referring to, Tina, when somebody said that?
That is the worst thing a band could ever say.
You know,
besides F off, you don't pay enough.
There's a lot of things that I'm seeing. Paid practice. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't know how to say this without starting a war, but
go ahead.
Daisy.
Hi, Daisy.
There's a lot of things I'm noticing, and I can tell by social media posts, like the lack of care. There's some people I know, musicians I know, that they post more about their available dates than they do about dates that they have filled.
Oh my God. It drives me crazy.
At least twice or three times a week, I have these dates available. But the day of the show is the only time they're going to promote when they actually get a show.
Who raise your hand out there if you plan your life that day. Most people know where they're going on Friday and Saturday night that week. I mean, they're promoting, they're looking at the promotions, they're saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do Friday. This very rarely are we spur of the moment folks anymore about that. At least I'm not. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going long in advance, because if I wait till the day of, it never seems to work. And gosh, what's Bob saying here? Any band that says has mailed it in truly doesn't give a shit. Yes.
Yeah.
That's very true. Tina's on a roll today. I love you, Tina.
I know. I love that lady.
Thank you. We need to have a party with Tina. We need to, Karis, we need to take a road trip up to her place some night.
We said that before and we did it, and we really need to follow through on our things.
Well, you know, we're supposed to give Carla her prizes too at some point. Poor Carla. And look at this.
Carla's the most patient, kindest fan ever.
Look at what Carla gave me for my birthday. Hold on. Can I get the glare out of there? I'm trying to get the glare to go away. That's me and you. I mean, that's nice of her. You know? What a beautiful lady. And then a picture of the jam. The people by the way, I love Ed Sawicki, but was that picture of the jam people, everybody together the other night, the worst picture of me and you ever taken?
Listen, that man, I love that man, but sometimes he picks the weirdest freaking pictures to post. I'm like, could I look any less like a human in this?
I look like I was having cramps, and you look like you were like...
This was my face.
Yeah. I don't know.
Thanks, Ed.
It was great.
Thanks for posting that one out of all the ones that you could.
Thank you, Ed. We love you. But yeah, and I do love Ed. But let's see what we got. Paul Zink says, awesome. Love playing there. Tina's awesome. Thank you. Tina is awesome. Seth loves playing there as well. So yeah.
Bob Klein. Give her damn prices for the. You're not wrong, Bob. You're not wrong, dude. I
can't get my shirts made right now.
Bob, here's the funniest thing: is she was literally at the bar, and I literally said to her, "Oh man, I got to go give you your prizes." Asked me if I went and got her fucking prizes. Nope.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I completely.
Thank you, Bob.
Didn't.
Hey, Karis, speaking of the bar, let's talk. We got a couple minutes left here. Let's change gears a second. Fundraisers, and you're doing one. You're doing Women Who Rock, and you're looking for donations.
We are.
And you know, guys, it doesn't have to be huge. Nobody wants a donation that somebody's gonna have to sign up for a lifetime supply of Mary Kay and all that shit.
No,
but if you want to give a donation that is worth something. And what I always tell people, they always say, how can we help with Women Who Rock? Well, first of all, you can donate. You can come and give money and help the total. But if you want to give something to give away, donate a bottle of booze and we'll put it in a big basket. You know, we'll do that.
A gift card. It doesn't matter how much, just anything. It's just to help us. And guys, all of that money is going to the charities. Hey, Chunky Munster, stop. Some
of the best gifts are the ones like the gift card trees where people have donated the cards and we make a big tree out of all the gift cards. And people put their tickets in those more than just about anything. And speaking of that, last year, did Lisa Schaffner ever go on with Tommy London?
No, that never worked. I don't know what happened with that. She got her guitar from Grit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I actually have no idea.
I want to go on I'm going to talk to Tommy I'm going to fanboy him a little bit. I want to go on his show. I'm gonna talk him into.
Show.
We need to have him get on our show. We're gonna talk about that prior to the event. But
yeah, yeah. So and Kathy and I are going on WLWT on the Thursday.
I've been upstaged
before the event. Just to talk about the event, though, that Wednesday is for the artists, like
right.
you know. So
I'm looking so forward to that. Going to be a great time. And thank you, Brandon Harvey. Yeah, O'Connor's. I love Tina, and I really sent some people to her venue the other day, and they enjoyed it so much. They messaged me and said it was great and all that. Brandon, I appreciate you, man. Brandon Harvey, what a great guy. Talk about singing the national anthem that brought the hair standing up on my arms the other night.
Kelly, please, if you don't want those gift cards, we could really, really use them. Please, yes.
Yes, and I'm going to put something out on my page about that as well after we do the show today, and it sits and simmers for a few hours. I'm going to put something about donating, and they can contact you through the Bell and the Bears Facebook page, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I mean we have sponsorship levels from like $250 all the way up. You don't have to sponsor. You want to donate $5? Please donate $5. I don't like it's anything. It's going to Women Helping Women and also the YWCA Mission Forward campaign, which is this is the shelter that homes the women, that Women Helping Women, like when they contact Women Helping Women, this is the place that they go to and they get to bring their dogs. I don't think you realize how important that is, because a lot of women stay in these horrible situations because they're afraid of what's going to happen to their dogs, or they leave and their dogs get killed, or whatever it may be. And they created this shelter so that, and also dogs are therapy. Dogs are therapy, proven therapy.
Amen.
So y'all, I wish you could tour this facility. It brought me to tears. And they built this whole section for their dogs. I mean, God, I just can't. My heart, I just can't. But it's so beautiful, and I'm just so happy that they're included this year. It just means a lot. And the Barchetta Fund, which is Kelly and Brian Peters, are matching everything dollar for dollar. Everything is being matched. So that's huge, y'all.
They're great people.
Yes, mail gift cards. Absolutely, Cheryl. You can mail them to the bar at 8512 Marketplace Lane, 45242. Yes, please bring a bourbon basket raffle. Yes, Mike, that would be phenomenal. Thank you.
And I guarantee you we will give them away and they will be well spoken about and all that. So if you're looking just even for a fact to introduce your business to people and you're out there and you want to give us something like that, it would be great. Because I'll Karis will attest to it. We spend a lot of time at that event hawking the prizes. I mean, it's about making money.
It is.
The music's there. It's great, but it's about making money that day.
And if you can, if you do end up doing the sponsorship, you get your name on our t-shirts and stuff like that at certain level. It's just.
Look at Heather. She's on it. Our producer, Heather, today.
Heather is fucking awesome.
There is the link. Thank you, Heather. I love you, my dear. You're wonderful. Thanks for putting the link to that. That is the link to donate if you'd like to donate. And Kevin says the Peters are very, very incredible couple. They are beyond incredible. They do so much. They're wonderful folks.
They just told me something today. I mean, it's not my business to share, but man, I'm in love with that man's heart, dude. I don't think y'all realize how much they donate to charities. It is an absorbent, and they just signed up to be a huge sponsor for another big charity. I'm just I don't know, man.
Dewey wants to know if the full list of local performers has been released yet.
We're doing it every single day. We're announcing a few. As soon as they're all announced, we will publish the full list.
It's going to be a great day.
It's going to be a phenomenal day. It truly is. Some
wonderful folks there and some caring folks there too. That's the part. That's the key. People who care. Yeah. And so if you can give. I know you get asked a lot. People get asked for donations a lot. I mean, hell, I got hit up. I went to buy donuts for a group. We were doing something the other morning, and the little Cub Scout kid walked up to me and asked me if I'd buy a bag of popcorn. And I said, yeah, sure, I will. How much? He goes, $20. I was like, okay, here's your $20. But it go,
Yeah,
it's a donation.
I this past week I've had 2 weeks. I've had 4 different people reach out to me, and I've given 4 baskets. That's booze, that's gear, that's a gift card. I donate my time. Kevin and I get asked to do these bourbon tastings at these senior centers. I don't charge for that. I even provide a free bottle, like a hard to get bottle. And Kevin did that with me this time. It was a lot of fun.
That is fun.
I swear, I give back, guys. I give back. I do the best I can because I don't want to. I only preach what I do, so please.
Well, thank you, everybody. That is a wrap for today.
Yeah.
We are out of time. Karis, tell everybody what's happening at the bar really quick this week.
All right. Well, we got the beautiful Vanessa there right now, and then Joe for PB&J Tuesdays, $2 PBRs, $3 Jamesons. We actually have a new Tuesday thing coming up. The first Tuesday of the month is coming up soon, which I'll announce coming up soon. And then this Wednesday, the Gene and Johnny band, full band, is back for the season. That kicks off this Wednesday with Greg Ambergy. Thursday is the jam session. Friday, we have caffeine. And on Saturday, we have ladder. So we hope we see everybody. And then on Sunday, we start our new Bengals game where we provide some free grub and some every time the Bengals score, you get a free. So
cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I'll be at the Miamisburg Moose tonight with trivia. I'll be at Heather's on the patio. Name that tune tomorrow night. Then Thursday, I'll be at the Ginkgo stage in the amphitheater at Riverfront Park in Miamisburg with country music night. Going to have some fun there. And then let me tell you real quick about my Saturday. Saturday is the Corn Stand Jam at River's Edge in Hamilton. This year, this is a mental health fundraiser. This year, it is helping veteran suicide.
I donated to that too.
Thank you. Along with a lot of other things. They're going to be presenting a check to Save a Warrior Project and some things that day. So great bands playing that day, including our local favorites, Miss Jackie and Dat Band as well. And that's happening on Saturday, River's Edge in Hamilton. Love to see you there. I'll be the MC for that one. That's all we got. That starts at 2, by the way. It goes till 10, and there's fireworks by Rozzi's at the end of the night. So cool beanos. And I'll miss Ladder. I'm sorry about that. They're my friends. I love those guys, and I won't get to see them Saturday because I'm working. But,
Understood. You're doing something for charity, too. You always donate your time as well.
Thank you, my dear. And I love it. And I love our team working together with you because.
And if anybody ever asks this question, as long as Scott and I aren't murdering each other, unloving each other, I won't do a Woman Helping Woman, a Woman Who Rock event without him. Fuck it. I won't do an event without him. That light definitely touched my face. Daisy, you made me look ugly.
Thanks, Daisy. I love you, Karis. Thank you. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear. I'm like.
You're all right. Thank you, Glenn. That is a great event on Saturday. It's a wonderful event. And they'll be on the show tomorrow at noon to talk about that if you want to join me for Wednesday with the band. All right, we're going to get out of here before the earthquake happens again. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Join me tomorrow live at noon, Wednesday with the band. Daisy, you're out of control, my dear.
He's nuts.
Look at her. Daisy, look at the camera.
What are you doing, Daisy?
Daisy. She's like, what? Where is that guy? How are you, sweetie? All right, we'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching today, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Tune in next week to see what Karis is eating and what mayhem's happening on her camera feed. All right, that's what's going on right there. Bye, everybody.
Disclaimer, the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they represent.
I want to see a show.
Show.
I flip on the poker face.
eyeing it. She is eyeing it.
She's side-eyeing me.
Love you all.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Love y'all. Bye-bye.